Hello, my name's Emma Walker, Principal of Geraldton Senior High School. I wanted to put this little presentation together for you to listen to and to observe and ask any questions that you might have about your child attending Geraldton Senior High School, particularly as for prospective families and students in 2023. So grab a cuppa, take a seat and enjoy the presentation. I'd love to hear from you if you do have any questions. Geraldton Senior High School has a very rich and proud history since 1939. Many of our community, our grandparents, neighbours, aunties, cousins, brothers, sisters and parents have attended Geraldton Senior High School, a proud and rich tradition and history. It has served the Geraldton community with excellence in education for a very long time and continues to do so. Whilst it's not the same school as it was in 1939, in fact not even the same school as it was 3 to 4 years ago, it has a wonderfully committed staff body who are achieving excellent standards in education, invest very much in their work and in their passion for secondary education of your students. And so I am very proud of this school and know that your experience here will be very, very positive as a parent. Our school has about 970 students in years 7 to 12. We have about 80 teaching staff, about 130 staff members in total, all working together in a range of different classroom settings. That's one of the unique things about Geraldton Senior High School, that our classrooms look like this. Design studios, workshops, computer labs, classrooms and of course our hall. It also looks like TAFE and the Geraldton University Centre and workplaces where many of our students are attending and getting their education that way in a range of individualised pathways. Our very clear vision and values sit around our key values of respect, responsibility and doing our best. We really strive to provide opportunities for students to achieve in a safe, caring and inclusive environment. And our moral purpose is we existing to inspire, to educate and to empower. Our priorities: success for all students, that's inclusive of all pathways, quality teaching, and that indicates our focus on excellence in teaching and teacher development, a safe and supportive environment, indicating and prioritising our highlighted student services structure and very good processes of pastoral care, and community relationships. And this priority sets into scene the way we value you as partners in education of your child. In Year 7, there's also lots of support in student services. We have a Deputy Principal in charge of Year 7 and 8, a Manager of Student Services, year coordinators for every level, the most amazing Aboriginal and Islander education officers on our staff, school officers, a psychologist, a chaplain, a community health nurse and first aid officer. All of these dedicated practitioners support your child from a student services holistic point of view. Our pastoral care system also begins with form every day, so you can make contact with a dedicated form teacher who will see your child through from Year 7 to Year 12. It's really good as a parent to go from primary school to know that in the high school you have a point of reference and someone you can reach out to with the positives and also when you need some support. The focus in our school is about the positive, and in all of our behavioural approaches we use positive behavioural support systems. Our rewards are our seeker points. Our seeker points are very, very important and ensure that no student goes under the radar in our school. We acknowledge positive behaviour regularly in the classroom and of course in the yard. And every second Friday our students are able to trade in their seeker points at our seeker shop. They get a weekly prize draw, they have different reward activities if they maintain their good standing, such as the whale watching that's happening next week. It's so popular, our seeker point, that you can see that in term 1 of this year we actually handed out 6,812 seeker points. This is an enormous number and wonderful for our students to have recognition and reward, and puts the positive focus on our school as a total. 236 prizes were awarded to our students last term, meaning that we're continually recognising students who are doing the right thing. Our Year 7 school, much like every other Year 7 school, is compliant with a Department of Education and SCASA curriculum. Similarly to primary school, your child will come to Year 7 and work through their English and Maths, Science, HAS or Humanities and Social Sciences courses, Health and Physical Education, the arts, both performing and visual, and technologies, and languages. These options in Year 7 and 8 allow students to get a little bit of a taster of each of these courses and working out who they are and what they love, where are their strengths. They'll have a taste of design and technology, foods, home economics, textiles and digital technologies, like the computer for instance, and they'll also have a taste of either Wodjiri or Indonesian. It's not until Year 9 and 10 that students are able to then start to narrow and specialise and choose their electives. As you know, in secondary school, a timetable looks a little bit different to primary school, and we support your child and nurture them through this important transition. This is an example of a timetable that we will support your child to ensure they understand through colour coding and codes and making sure that they have an understanding of the map of the school. They're examples by which we actually make this transition more smooth. You, of course, can help with that, but students will have multiple opportunities to get used to the feel of a high school before they actually attend. Next year, we're very proud to announce that our Academic Program of Excellence is in its first year. Currently under development and well underway for the 4 pillars, our Academic Program of Excellence, or the APEX program, will be run across all MESH areas, that is Maths, English, Science and HAS. Students will be in a dedicated group with like-minded students and be able to ensure that they have a STEM mentor and somebody to guide them through their academic studies. The APEX program has a range of 4 pillars. It's very important to us as a school to ensure that we are working with you as partners in their education, that students become local citizens as well as global thinkers. The 4 pillars of the APEX program are about social justice, environment and sustainability, future-focused thinking and the community. And these are really important parts of our program where students will work together to solve problems, be critical thinkers and ensure that they are contributing to their local and global environments. To apply for the APEX program, students must, in primary school, receive a reference from their school. It could be their primary school teacher, a deputy principal or principal of their current primary school. They also need to write a little letter to us themselves, explaining why they feel that they'd be a great candidate for our program, as well as produce the NAPLAN and the latest report, as it is an academic program. Ensuring that some students who've also tested and been accepted into our Gifted and Talented online program as part of the Department of Education, they will also be part of the APEX program, and we currently have a wonderful dedicated space for those students already set up. There are limited numbers available, so please ensure you apply early. The Accelerated Music program is another new program for 2023. This allows students who are currently doing music, and mostly in the IMS program, to focus on musical knowledge and to specialise over a full year of music. Normally in Year 7, students access general music for a term. Working with a specialist teacher, our Accelerated Music program students will be able to get through the curriculum in such a way that allows for great enrichment and extension activities, such as camps, ensembles, the Geraldton Music Festival, and a range of performances that otherwise they may not be able to do it. Open to students by application, most students will be IMS students, and I encourage you, if you're interested, to get in touch with our teacher in charge of our Accelerated Music program. If your child is not an IMS student, for instance a pianist, please get in touch anyway. This is not necessarily a barrier to becoming part of our Accelerated Music program, and we're happy to work with you in this area. And a range of things there that our specialist Accelerated Music students might be engaged with. Of course, at this very early stage, you will of course be looking for the sorts of pathways that a high school can offer your child. The purpose of secondary schooling is to ensure that your child has a wonderful, individualised destination or pathway out of school at the end of Year 12. We offer a range of university pathways, of course ATAR being one of those, and we still offer physics and chemistry and math methods, as well as in 2023 the brand new Curtin Ahead and Uni Ready programs up at the Geraldton University Centre. We also have a range of students attending TAFE, work placements on Thursdays and Fridays, accessing traineeships and apprenticeships or pre-apprenticeships, as well as employment. And several of our pathways or classes in Year 10, 11 and 12 cater very specifically for these students. We have a range of support programs at Geraldton Senior High School, particularly for students who may need additional support in literacy intervention. Small tailored groups working on improving their literacy. We're in our 4th year of running this very dedicated program. We've had great results, and we'll be using your primary school results to assist us in targeting that intervention if your child needs that in literacy. Additional support programs offered at Geraldton Senior High School include some Aboriginal engagement programs, WW and GG, our VIP program and our STEP program, that's in Year 10 and 11. Follow the Dream, Clontarf and Stars Foundation doing an amazing and tremendous job at supporting Aboriginal students across the whole college, and I look forward to meeting many of you as you come in with your families to be part of those academies. We also have a special educational needs program where targeted and explicit teaching of social skills is done in our special education area, while students maintain a largely major mainstream program. At Geraldton Senior High School, we're very clear about our expectations and our positive behavioural support, and uniform is one of those. We wear the uniform with pride, and in fact all students are expected to wear this every day, and they do. Your child will require some support together as a team between parents and school and your local primary school to ensure that the transition from primary to secondary is successful. We offer a 3-day transition program for all Year 6s who come to us. One of those days is in Term 4 of Week 7 and 2 days at the beginning of 2023. In fact, we don't start a normal program or a normal student timetable until the 3rd day of attendance. In these 2 days, your child will get to really ensure they understand where things are, who people are, where to go when, and they'll certainly get some relationships and friendships happening with people that they haven't met at primary school. The focus of these 2 days, our Big Days In or orientation program, is to ensure that your child is settling and understands the expectations, the differences, the similarities and the fun that's going to be secondary school and what they need to be organised and prepared for. We do a range of activities and engage them very well in many of the things that they may not know that they're going to do yet. They make friends and we ensure that they understand the way a secondary timetable works. So they're quite prepared by day 3 to engage fully in a normal curriculum. You must have your enrolment papers to be fully enrolled by Term 4 in order to ensure your attendance at the transition day in Term 4. You can see some fun things there over the past that we've done with students to help transition them into high school. If you'd like to hear a little bit more about our school and see the facilities, I'd love to meet you. Come to a range of the principals' tours that are advertised through our Facebook page. We also have them on our website, and for many local intake families, there was a flyer handed to all families in the last few weeks at your local primary school. Have a look at the facilities, feel free to ask any questions of myself and meet Mr. J. O'Sullivan, who's the Deputy Principal in charge of Years 7 and 8. We'd love to have you. No RSVP is necessary, please just rock up at the front of the lawn and we can take you around the tour, around the school. Enrolment packs have already gone to students in local intake areas. So if you feel that you didn't receive yours or it didn't come out of your child's bag, please just get in touch and we'll ensure that we can get you another one. These are due at the end of Term 2, coming up soon, and certainly ensure that they get in by the beginning of Term 3. In your pack there are illegal enrolment forms, information and an application form about APEX, as well as about our accelerated music program, as well as some information about principal tours. Please get them back as soon as possible so we can start processing your enrolment and planning for your child as soon as possible. We do have a local intake zone, and if you have a look at the map below, which is found on our website, you'll see that our school's local intake zone is everything north from that black line. If you have any questions, by all means please contact myself or J O'Sullivan on the email addresses. These are also available if you just ring the school or pop in one day. We'd be very happy to take some questions without notice, or if we can and we are available, to meet with you. It's my very great pleasure to introduce Geraldton Senior High School. I look forward to meeting many of our prospective families and students for 2023. Please get in touch and I hope to welcome you soon.